Hello, Cancer. Welcome back to another episode of Solari Tarot. Can you believe it? It's Greg here. I'm here to do your reading for September of 2022. If you've been wondering where I've been or what's been going on in my life, you can check the description box. I've linked you to a video called Whisper of the Gods I've just posted, which kind of updates you about the last couple of years of my life and the journey that I've been on and how I'm feeling about tarot now and what it means to be here on this channel and what we're really doing here. So please check that out. This will be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Obviously not going to resonate with everybody, right? I would say take what works and leave the rest. But if you're not feeling it, move on. If you are feeling it, take the message in a healthy, integrative way. And then let's move and act and go out there into our lives and make beautiful things happen, yes? If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, whatever you want. It's good to have you. Anyway, we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently than before. We're gonna start off with our astrology. I've pre-pulled you some oracle cards and then we're gonna do a whole tarot spread. So let's get started. Cancer, darling, you're beginning the month on a pretty high note. Mercury's opposing Jupiter in your 10th house of career, and that's happening on the 2nd. So you could be having some big successes in the job arena. That's good news. You might be wanting to tell everybody, go tell it on the mountain, right? Yeah, you might be like wanting to tell everybody what you've been doing. However, with all of this shiny brightness, it might be shining some light on some information you weren't exactly aware of before. So on the 2nd, I would keep an eye on that. Don't leave anything to the last minute here in September, Cancer. Once Mercury stations retrograde on the 9th, you guys might be having some drama in your personal life. I'm so sorry to tell you that. Maybe not. Some of you might not. Who knows? Astrology is not the ultimate truth. It is just a suggestion, like meteorology. Some of this drama is going to be in the home. It's in the 4th house of home and family. So some of you guys are not getting along with your sibling if you're still young and you're living at home. Some of you might not be getting along with your parents, no matter what age of life you're in. Some of you may not be getting along with people in the home, Cancer. Mercury retrograde could be drama. It's gonna bring to light unresolved issues that are lingering in your domestic world, okay? I'm talking about some of you guys might be, it's funny because at this placement, you're kind of in a place that I was in today about cleaning. Nerve-wracking problems throughout the day that are creating themselves, that need your attention, tasks that you need to do, could be quite frustrating for you here and as Mercury stations retrograde. So I would be paying attention to that. Some of you guys just need to accept you're gonna have a messy house for the next month. Because if you try to resolve every problem, it might be overwhelming to you, yes? Now, we do have a full moon as well in Pisces. It's gonna be in your 9th house of wisdom and philosophy. That's on September 10th. This is going to invigorate your spiritual sphere, your emotional sphere. It's going to feel very nice for you. You're going to be seeing the full picture at this time. You're not going to be focusing so much on the imperfections. You'll have a very nice moon, which is nice because retrograde starts the day before, right? But things are really coming together for you here, Cancer, and I think Mercury retrograde might try to make you feel like they're not, but they are. Now, I gotta say though, once we get to the 18th, there could be some craziness. You could have some shifting stuff happening, but it might not be bad. Mercury retrograde's opposing Jupiter in your 10th house of public image. So, I think you're starting to come to light about that you really can handle something. Or for some of you, maybe that you really can't do it. Maybe something's not for you. Something that everyone's going to see, however. It's coming in our public sphere. You might have a full house. You might have a full plate as well, feeling like there's just so much going on here in September. I would cut yourself some slack. Now, we have Venus opposing Neptune on September 24th in your 9th house. And once again, I think with everything going on, you might be wearing there's a potential to wear some rose-colored glasses here and be seeing things different than they actually are. But then on the 25th, we have a new moon. That's going to be in Libra. Oh, we have a card falling out. Yep, we're going to take it. Fell out. It's going to be in your 3rd house of communication on September 25th. You're going to be setting the record straight. You're taking charge of the narrative here by the end of September. Looks like you are really fitting into one of your oracle cards that came out. Let's go ahead and move into that anyway. We have the Rhino Spirit coming out for you the month of September, Cancer. This is a beautiful energy, and it does remind me of the patron tarot card to your sign, the Chariot that we have, showing a willpower and a discipline that is really powerful. But this is you really overcoming obstacles at this time. And let me be clear, Cancer, you could feel in the month of September like there are a few obstacles in your path. I would not let this dissuade or discourage you. Yes, you might have to slow down for the retrograde, but that is what all of us are doing right now. All of us are doing it. Retrograde is a time for us to all slow down and look at what in that particular house is really of the highlight. And, you know, I think you also have Amrun, which is the known, unknown, and then Eikenskjold, which is guarding the treasure. Guarding the treasure, because I think that whatever this is that's happening for you at the beginning of the month in your career sector. Sorry guys, this thing is focusing like shit. Okay. I think that whatever's happening for you at the beginning of the month could be quite good for your career. You have a good look right now. There could be some treasure, something really valuable to you at this time that could really be working out. It could all be coming together. And so I think that you know you're going to get through any obstacles. Remind yourself you're going to be getting through these obstacles as they're coming up. Even if they're the small things, cleaning the house. You know, you have so many kids that laundry feels like the Ouroboros of tasks. It just never ends. You're just always doing laundry. I feel that energy coming through here in your reading. Just that I am constantly doing laundry. Always. Forever. Eternally. Like a Greek myth. Like Atlas, but instead of holding the world, you're holding a large celestial basket of laundry this month. Regarding treasure, there are things to look forward to. We have Anima Mundi, which was your archetype card, and it really is about the alchemy. And I think that you're really doing a lot of dancing around this month in September, trying to keep the balance and keep the alchemy. I think that's great because you're probably going to need a sense of balance with this month. Now let's look at your tarot. Before I started shuffling, the Two of Swords came out. And this is a pretty fitting energy for you here in the month of September. We might have to stop and battleize ourselves for a minute and get our grip and take initiative, you know, especially at the end of September when you guys are gonna have to really stand up to someone or stand up to how you've been overused in a process. So obviously for those people that are freaking out about the clean house, you know, there may be conversations at the end of the month, very Queen of Swords-like conversations, right? About, hey, bitches, you know, remember in the original story on the 7th day he rested, so at least, babe, don't do laundry one of the days this next week, yes? Now, Tarot, what is our message for Cancer, September 2022? What have we got? Oh, and I'll tell you, you know what song is coming out for me right now is Stronger by Britney Spears. I don't know why, but it's coming out. Listen to it. Work out to it. Who am I talking to? Y'all ain't got time to work out this month. You're too busy. We have 7 of Pentacles coming out here as well. Let's see what else. Cancer. Okay, 8 of Cups. Very good. Some of us are just feeling this month like like we failed at something. Or like something didn't work out the way that we had intended it to. And I'm getting this message to tell you that it's not done, babe. You're only at your 7, you're not at your 10 yet. So it's not done. I think that some of you guys, like whatever this plateau it is, this big earth energy, beautiful thing that you're experiencing here in the month of September, around the 2nd, I think, is falling into your career sector. So it could be a little bit of money, but maybe it's not enough, or maybe you wish it was more. Whatever this is for you that you wish was more, there's a message coming out here to remind yourself of the harvest up to this point. Remember, darling, you put seeds in the ground and then you began to water them and then they began to grow, and you have had to cultivate this, as the 7 of Pentacles shows us. But we are at the part of the wheel of the year right now where we're at the 7 of Pentacles, right? Because we're getting some fruit, just maybe not as much as we were hoping to harvest. Some of us could feel an impasse in some way, or a stalemate here in the month of September. I want to be the first to tell you, it is not a stalemate. Everything is coming together nicely, no matter what is the melodramatics. I think some of you, usually I see the 8 of Cups as a shaman card. I see it as a vision quest, or going, going on a journey of spirit. For those of us in the magical kingdom, this can be a card of astral projection, dreams, but it is walking away here, Cancer, for you this month. Or moving on in some way. It is about moving on. Remembering that there is still this treasure that you're cultivating, and there's still this thing that you're bringing into the world. And no, you're not exactly where you would probably like to be. I think you're feeling that. I think there is this big journey within, And I do think that you'll have a lot of aha moments here in the month of September. But with the 8 of Cups, I think that we're moving on from wherever we're feeling stalemated. So it looks like you're moving through an energy. Let's see what else we have here for you this month, Cancer. There's still going to be this harvest for you. And there's still going to be like this treasure. Like this is the energy for somebody that's about to really get paid off for something they've worked really, really hard on. Yeah? And you're at the place where it's like you've done so much work, and I think you wish it was here now. That's the energy I'm getting from this. You wish it was here right now, but you are moving toward it, and this Mercury retrograde is helping you get closer to it, for sure. It's just gonna be dramatic and problematic. I definitely think, oh shit, the Page of Wands reversed. I do think for some of you, there is this energy of moving on from people who are causing drama. Page of Wands reversed shows me that people could be coming in. There could be an immature energy that you're dealing with in September. Now, for some of you, this might straight up be your kids, right? Like your kids are just being such little dicks, And I think that this Cancer reading could be for a mother or a caretaker in some way, because I think we're being really pushed to the limit, and I think we're being tested. Now, with your children, you can't exactly just move on from them, right? They are your children, and you do have to love them. Not going to give you the advice in September to move on from your kids. You're over that drama, but if it's friends that are creating just you not feeling good in your energy field, I think you're moving on. And I don't think you're making a big deal about it at all. I don't think you're saying anything. I don't think you're getting emotional. I don't think that you're being angry. I think that you're being totally clear of mind. You have this rhino spirit showing that you really are moving through like the shit show of a month with grace. You know that there's something that you're working toward, and I think you're keeping your eye on the prize in that way in September. I just think that you are really just sick of not saying what you know you need to say. I think a lot of you are saying something that you need to say. And some of you might, just like this Page of Wands reversed, be just saying, okay, whatever. You cause drama in my life. You are an energy in my life that perhaps is not working for me. If there are people causing drama in your life, folks, don't give them the time of day. Do not let these people get to you here this month. Do not let your children get to you. Do not let your sloppy husband get to you. Do not let your, whatever. Don't let them get to you here this month. I think that there's a need to keep your eye on the prize, on what you're working on here. Let's see what else we have. Cancer. We're already at 15 minutes, babe. Ooh, okay. Let's see what else. Cancer, what do we have? Okay, we have a few coming out here. Let's see. We have the Moon card. We have the Seven of Cups. We have a few here. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Hierophant. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, let's talk. Okay. First off, I think I said the same thing to Scorpio in their reading, but we have the Moon and the Seven of Cups here. I want to go back to what we were talking about in our astrology portion when I mentioned that there could be some moments this month where you are feeling like you're wearing rose-colored glasses because you've been through so much lately and you just are like, some of you could be feeling impulsive around the middle to the end of the month. Make sure you pay attention to the decisions that you're making, okay? Because we have the Seven of Cups here. This is a card that can many times reference the disenfranchisement of not knowing which chalice here that this person is to choose. Also illusion. And what is our Moon card, folks? Say it with me. A card of illusion. I think that there could be a sense that you're seeing something for something it's not because you're trying to compensate for something that's missing somewhere else, okay? I think you might be trying to compensate. And I think that there's this mirrory, glassy, cloudy atmosphere around you this month. And of course, also you're very busy. So there could just be this general sense of confusion that you don't know what decision to make next. We have the Seven of Wands here. This is really trying to keep it all together. Seven of Wands is going to be that energy for you in the Mercury retrograde this time around, Cancer, because this is all about defending your position. I want to go back to that message of eye on the prize. We have two sevens here. I think strongly that you're about to break through to the next tier of what you've been working on. I think you're going to see a little bit of that at the beginning of the month, right? On the 2nd. But I think as you get into October, as Mars goes into Gemini, I think that you're going to be experiencing, you're going to be glad that you held this position. Yes? And how are you going to do that? We have the Hierophant and the Four of Swords. This is a really interesting two cards to come out together. Because immediately I am pulled to practices and rituals. For those of you watching that are ritual kind of people, or you follow rituals, this is a great time to have ritual, to consecrate and to understand the energy that you're working with at the time. And with the Four of Swords really in an objective place, I feel good about whatever kind of magic it is that you're working here. Because I think looking at your energy, you're smarter than to cast the magic around the people that are causing drama and gossip in your life, right? You don't even care about that. You just want to defend your position and keep your eye on the prize and elevate while everybody else is kind of trying to deteriorate. And with Mercury retrograde, this kind of stuff does happen. But instead of using the word ritual, also, I want to use the word routine, because I think it's going to be a very important thing for you in the month of September, the routine of what you're doing. I think you already know that, quite frankly. I think you're like, yeah, Greg, I've got I'm booked A to B, up to down, left to right. I'm booked all the time. I'm busy. I'm slammed. I'm overwhelmed. I have all of this stuff going on. So I want to ask you, how do you start your day? And what do you say to yourself Remember, Mercury retrograde is really looking at restructure in one place. And for you, it's the personal, the routines, how you go about your day. If you're following fitness routines right now, that is definitely a suggestion to you. This card can show that there's a time for rest and there's a time to really be devoted and disciplined to what you're doing. You have the Rhino spirit, and I think of it as a very forcing, pushing through energy for you here in the month, Cancer. I definitely think that you're barreling ahead. And I think you're working really hard. I think you have a routine. I think you're maintaining your position. But remember, what are you doing this for? And who are you doing this for? Now, I don't really need to clarify any of these cards for the water signs this month because they're coming out so cut and dry and obvious to me. We have the moon in the heart of your reading. So I do want to mention, what is holding you back? And if you are feeling, a little bit halfway through the month, like you've stalled off or you've plateaued in some way, I think you should use the time constructively and rest rather than convince yourself that you're screwed, because you're not screwed. You're still guarding your treasure, and it's okay to not have like really chariot card energy on your progression to the next tier of your life, yes? I think strongly that we're in a place where we are being very spiritual here this month. I think we're feeling spiritual. We have the Four of Swords, this diagonal moving up to the moon, up to the Seven of Pentacles. I think that in September, we're having some perhaps psychic insights about how to improve our lives in a domestic, fundamental way. And I think we are unblocking that energy to get to where we want to go. The astrology looks good for you coming up, so if you're telling yourself that you've stalled off, it's not true. It is just a moment to rest, right? Because even if you have a strong, empowered, embodied routine, you still need to be taking care of yourself, Cancer, and you need to be resting. And I'm sensing during this time, it looks like you're really on a path right now, and you're really on a journey, and you're really not interested in being pulled off of it. But this month, for so much of it, you are going to feel like somebody's triggering you, testing you, right? Don't be surprised if you hear people causing personal drama in your life. I also am getting this like message of like people having personal life drama at the workplace at this time. Also, for some of you, this could be a message that some of you are having a hard time, or you're having drama at your church or at your spiritual institution, wherever that is. There is this like idea that if you guys have an organized faith, to really be, using your spirit to function in the physical realm as in the ritual. So whatever that is for you, whatever your faith is, have it this month. And, if you're a prayer, start praying, baby, because, this is a month where you feel like the laundry never ends. You feel like the dishes are always piling up. You feel like you're exhausted. And, you are kind of also being cast a silvery shadow on your energy towards the end of the month, where you might not be seeing things so clearly. So be careful and stay in this alchemic state, because if you do fall out of state and you do choose the wrong Seven of Cups, right, the wrong chalice, you're not going to be speaking from a very informed place. So I want to give a message, like if you're hearing drama, don't go and call somebody out until you really know that what you're hearing is the truth. Because there could be this veil that's, you're not quite getting the truth, or you're assuming something was said that wasn't. So don't let the drama discourage you. The Rhino spirit is your totem for this month. You are overcoming the obstacles headed your way, and you're doing just fine. I love you. I'm happy to be back on the channel. Once again, please go watch Whisper of the Gods. It's a video I posted just recently about how I view tarot on this channel and how we can just like chill about it and use it in a good way, not try to tell you your ex is coming back every month. And, you know, I just want us to approach this channel. If I'm gonna be here with you, it has to be honest and authentic in some way. We have to be having a real spiritual experience. I'm just not interested in talking to you about your ex. He or she is probably your ex for a reason, and they're probably not coming back, and it's probably a good thing because you're probably a better person because of it. So anyway, if you feel like you're the kind of person that wants to do the real spiritual work and you want tarot to be a guide into, and you know, tarot and astrology to guide you rather than this usage of it in an unhealthy way, Solari Tarot, you are welcome here. I love you. Also, I'm interested to know if you guys are interested in me doing Sabbath videos. So let me know. If you want to know about the Wheel of the Year and how all of our energy falls in attunement with nature, no matter what tarot or astrology say, we have a specific energy set all year in our Wheel of the Year. I've talked about that on this channel some. I think I did a couple years ago, I think I did a Mabon mukbang with you guys. I think I ate like a bunch of pizza and mac and cheese and just like stuffed my gullet while talking about philosophy. So let me know in the comments what you want me to do. Would you be interested in seeing videos about the Sabbats? What do you guys want me to do? Let's like have fun here. I'm open to suggestions. I want to be here as regularly as I can. So, you know, I have the time right now. I'm happy to be back with you. I love you. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you want to see here, yes? Okay, bye.